Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and I'm starting the third weekly reading vlog for my August challenge. It is late, you can't tell really from the light maybe, but yeah, it is late. I'm cooking my tea at a stupidly late time, which I don't like doing, but I went to Silks today and it is about 40 minutes away, and I stopped at Tesco's on the way home to pick up some stuff. So just got home later than I usually do, so it's all in the air fryer in the oven, which is what you can probably hear if you can hear it in the background. I have actually finished a book today, so go me. By means, we are still very far behind. I still have a lot of work to do, but that's fine. I finished a book, and by finished a book, I have officially finished Sins of the Mother by Rob J. Hayes, which is the fourth book in the War Eternal series. So we've got one book left. We're doing the live show on Wednesday. We were going to do it on Tuesday, but we've changed it to Wednesday. All is fine and dandy with that. I'm excited to do the live. Really good. I think it's probably a 4 stars. I haven't put it through Corpal yet, but I will do. I'm ready for a new week. I'm ready. I'm in pain because Silks hurts, but I'm ready for a new week. So this week I'm actually going to try and do something different to pick my book. So I'm going for a very standard choice, but it's a little bit different for these vlogs, and I am going to use my little wheel to try and make decisions for me. So I've put some stuff on here. I have got a selection of books that I have started this month, so Princess of Aldir and Spectre, and I have got books that I have not yet started, one of which of these is an audiobook, so I am just going to take that one off because I will be starting the audiobook regardless, probably tomorrow on the way to work. So, and that, my next audiobook, just so you're aware, is going to be The Legend of Blackjack by A.R. Witham, which is pretty cool because he also narrates the audiobook. So I've just bought it with a credit. I'm very excited to get into it. I do have a physical copy upstairs, but I just feel like it would make a really good audiobook because A.R. Witham is actually has very sultry tones that you can listen to. He's quite enjoyable to listen to. So with that being said, we have got, apart from the 2 that I've already started, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things on here. So we've got Princess of Aldir, which I have started a chapter of. We've got A Gloam Hollow, which is like a cozy fantasy mystery thing. I'm hoping it is what I originally wanted from the Baby Dragon Cafe. Apparently this is like Stars Hollow mixed with Halloween Town, so maybe that'll be a good one. I've got Court of Ravens and Ruin. I've got The Jade Sun, which is the second book in the Prophecy trilogy. These are quite short books, so I'm hoping to read both the second and the third and complete the whole trilogy this month. Spectre, which I've already started. Blood Brothers, which is another Rob J. Hayes one. And Seasons of Albaddon. I think the chunkiest one is Spectre. Most of these have sequels, so if I enjoy it, I could always continue or add the sequels onto the wheel to carry on. So that being said, here is the wheel. Try not to show you in it. Let's see if we will focus, and let's do a spin, and hopefully I love it. What have we got? Ooh, okay. So we are officially starting off this week reading A Gloam Hollow. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So let me just pull it up on Kindle so I can tell you what it's about, because I've got no idea. I found this today while I was doing a little, you know, look-see around. This is by Jane Lenore. It's a cozy witch mystery. So the blurb says, Stars Hollow meets Halloween Town in this new cozy mystery series from #1 best-selling author Jane Lenore, J.L. Vamper. The perfect read for fall and fans of Pumpkin Spice Cafe and Hex. Gloam Hollow is a quaint mountainside town of magical creatures, witches, vampires, dread monsters, werewolves, fairies, and even trolls. We're ticking every single box for magical creature here. When a murder disrupts her small town life as a witch, Blair Wardwell, why are they always called Blair, does what she does best. She meddles. Join Blair and her mystical friends in the Gloam Hollow series as they solve cases and embark upon cozy adventures in bakeries, book clubs, and bubble baths. Toil and Truffle, Blair Wardwell's Copper Cauldron apothecary, isn't doing well, but she has no interest in working at her grandmother's inn or her mother's bakery. When she stumbles upon a murder in their sleepy little town of Gloam Hollow after full book club one night, she thrusts herself face first into amateur sleuthing to the dismay of the sheriff. The number one suspect happens to be the handsome dread monster who's new to town and opening a cafe next to her apothecary. When he sets... oh gosh, I pressed the wrong button. When he sets his sights on Blair, mayhem ensues. Perfect for fans of Gilmore Girls, Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and Legends and Lattes. So I'm hoping this is going to do what I wanted it to do. And also, not being funny, look at this cover. Like, isn't this just like the cutest? And also, we are literally having a small break from our UK heatwave. I'm in a jumper for the first time in ages, or it feels like ages. I love cold weather. It is 18 degrees and I'm loving life, you know, I really, really am. So this seems like the perfect thing to read first. So I am going to either start this today or start it tomorrow. We shall see, but I'm definitely starting The Legend of Blackjack tomorrow and I need to start finishing some stuff off. So I'm aiming for loads of books this week because especially these ones that I have got, some of these I've got on the wheel, I've already finished them, or I've already started them, so it shouldn't take me long to finish them. So we're going to see, we're going to crack on. I need to go and sort myself out, and yeah, I'm excited. Let's start a brand new week. Let's not think about the past 2 weeks or the end goal. We're just going to enjoy what we read and find some new things, and hopefully I can recommend them to you guys. So let's go! That's what we're going to do. It is Thursday. I'm working from home and on my lunch break, and I just had a delivery and I don't know what it is. So although this is about indie books, we're gonna have a look and see what this is. I don't know what this is. I did get an email saying that an ARC was on the way, so maybe it's that. I don't know. It's just a very big parcel for what I thought it was. So let's have a look, shall we? Right. Okay. Oh, that was satisfying. That never happens, right? No, it is not at all what I thought it was. Okay, this is something that I've been very kindly sent, but it is not the thing that I got an email about yesterday. I got an email about an ARC that I am getting, or I think it's like the hardback edition of a book that I'm getting, which I will show you guys when I get it. But literally I got that email and then I got a message saying that I was getting a DPD delivery, so I thought they were the same thing. This is different. This is for a book that I helped announce the cover reveal for a few months ago. This is Dear Reader, which is an immersive literary journey through Taylor Swift's lyrics. Now, I am not a major Swiftie by any means, but I really wanted to help launch the cover of this because I thought, why not? And then they said that they would happily send me a copy, which I thought was really lovely, actually, because that's not always what happens. That is my receipt. Not receipt, but proof that I've got it. So this is meant to be the perfect gift for book lovers and proud Swifties. Dear Reader will teach you to read between the lyrics and draw parallels between classic works of literature and Taylor's discography. Is that how you say that? Features include Swift prep, quick questions to focus your mind on the chapter's literary themes from romanticism to the gothic, Swift's notes, riveting rundowns of classic books from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland to The Great Gatsby, lyricature, side-by-side comparisons of key ideas in both Taylor's music and popular works of literature, music video muse, deep dives into Taylor's music videos and their storytelling from Blank Space to Bejeweled, and Taylor Talkback, journaling prompts to further dig into the Easter eggs you have uncovered. A source of endless inspiration, Dear Reader unites the worlds of storytelling and songwriting like never before, which I think is very cool. It's also got a ribbon bookmark in it, which is very, very nice. I like that touch. It's very colourful in here. That is insane. Like, look at... every page is in full colour. That is so cool and such a nice touch. There is an introduction. There's a breakdown of all the different chapters. Who are you anyway? So like you fill out like your name and your age and stuff. This is really cool if you're like a Taylor Swift major fan. I just think this is a really cool thing for a Swiftie fan to have. So thank you ever so much to the Watkins team for sending me a copy of this to have physically, which is so cool. And if you are a Taylor Swift fan, or anyone you know is a Taylor Swift fan, definitely check it out. Here you go, here is the cover. Make sure you go and check it out. But I don't have any major updates for you. I am reading, I haven't finished anything yet. I am almost 50% into the pick that the wheel did, which I am blanking on. The writing is a lot better than the Baby Dragon Cafe. This is definitely the more cozy element of, you know, cozy romantic, not romantasy. I think it is meant to be a romantasy, but it hasn't got there yet. But that cozy fantasy, like no high stakes thing that I was looking for in the Baby Dragon Cafe, this has got that, so I'm glad that I'm enjoying it more than that. But otherwise, currently I haven't got any updates. I will come back to you shortly with hopefully one that says I finished that book, so we can get on to our next spin. But I'm going to leave this here so I can go back to work. See you in a bit. It's officially Friday, I have finished work and I have finished a book, so that is good, right? I've officially finished Toil and Truffle. No, is that right? Was that what that was called? Toil and something. The Gloam Hollow. Oh gosh, I can't even say it. No, it is Toil and Truffle. The Gloam Hollow Cozy Witch Mystery Book. Book 1. It is set up for book 2, so this is going to be a series. I can get book 2 on Kindle, but I'm going to spin the wheel in a second once I've told you about the book. So the book is... I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. I like the writing. The writing's alright. It is exactly what I wanted. I'm now going to swing this around. I hope that doesn't annoy anyone. It is what I wanted from Baby Dragon Cafe. Like, it's cozy, it's autumny, it's literally set the week before a really big, like, harvest festival. I completely agree with the recommendation that this is like a Gilmore Girls. Like, if you love Gilmore Girls, it's kind of that. You have the annoying landlord mayor guy like Taylor Dozy, who is, you know, he owns different things and he's the mayor and whatever. We've got a mysterious, good-looking guy who is going to open a new cafe, and our main female character owns an apothecary, so that's a little bit like massively different. Obviously you can't do like exact copying because there's rules for that, but her grandmother does own an inn. See the link there if you've watched Gilmore Girls. If you don't, you'll have no idea. This is definitely cozy. I would recommend it. Like I said, I gave it 3 stars. It's a good book. It's not my favourite. I will say that I struggled with the pacing a little bit. It was very much like I understood the setup, and then the first murder happens and then it just goes on for ages of this girl with no experience in police work or anything trying to solve the case. Now I completely understand it. That is the premise of a lot of like mystery books that I have read, and it was okay. It was good. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. That was definitely my favourite thing. I love the descriptions. If you enjoy being told what someone's going to be wearing every single day that this book takes place, you might really like this book. It does go into details quite often. There's a cute little book club mentioned at the start. Like, it is just a very cozy book. Like, I would love to live here. All the creatures are magical. There's this hint, well, it's not really a hint, but there's this description that everyone looks like humanoid, so you can picture them, but it's because every single creature can shift in some way. So witches and warlocks and orcs and goblins and trolls and golems and all these things, which is crazy. But there is like a little bit of a romancy thing in this book, but it is very slow burn. Like, if you don't care to listen, skip about 10 seconds for how much is going to be in this book. Ready? Okay. There's one chaste kiss on the cheek. That's it. That is it. there's nothing else, which is great because I'm not really, well, I say I'm not really a romancy reader, but I have certainly picked up a fair few romancy books in my time now. Even just this year, like this seems to be the year of the romancy for me. But that being said, I have read another book. I have completed 7 books. Yeah, you heard that right, 7. So I am so far behind. We're just gonna keep going and see where we get to. Like, I'm not gonna complete this challenge, and if I do, it is seriously going to be a miracle. But let's get our tiny decisions up and running, and let's get started on another book. So again, I have got the same things. I haven't added anything. I haven't added the sequel on. I just have kept it as the same list. So let's see what we're gonna get. Oh, Spectre's a big one. Blood Brothers. Oh, okay, this is like a really short novella, and I'm not in focus at all. This is a really short novella, so if I can smash this out as well today, that could be good. So let's get on that, and hopefully I'll be back to talk to you again shortly to say that I finished that one too. Wouldn't that be great? And that would have been 2 books today, and maybe we can keep the momentum rolling because I'm not really tired yet. I mean, it's not that late, it's 5 to 8, but 2 nights ago I was in bed at this time, falling asleep. It's been a heck of a week, so let's get on it, let's get reading, and we're just gonna go for it. But this is definitely gonna be like a whole Rob J. Hayes month because he has some nice short books. Hello, it's late, it's bedtime on Sunday. I'm gonna try and go to bed and read, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I did finish a book today. I actually don't know how I say this all the time since I've got out of the habit of this. I don't know how many times I've spoken to you this week, but I have finished a new book. I will do a wrap up again tomorrow when I edit together this video, although it is Bank Holiday Monday, so we'll see. But I finished, what did I finish this morning? Not any of that. What did I finish this morning? Brother's Blood by Rob J. Hayes. I finished that this morning. I haven't rated it yet. I still haven't put it on my Goodreads, and my Goodreads, I haven't put it in my core pile, and apparently I haven't put it on my Goodreads either, so that's all well and good. Love that for me. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoy Rob J. Hayes' writing, as I always have, and as I always say, I have. So that is another good one. I'm trying to find it on Goodreads. That's another good one for me. I'm glad I finished that. I have started a fair few things, not gonna lie. So I currently am partway through The Princess of Oldia, and I am partway through, wrong way up, The Light of Kazaban. I'm 83 pages into this. I've got like 100 pages left. I should really finish this. So yeah, and I started another book. I literally just picked it up, which is fun. Love that for me. But at the same time, I know for a fact I'm not going to complete the challenge. I'm going to say this here, and I'm going to say at the start of my vlog in the next couple of days. I know for a fact I'm not going to finish this challenge. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I have read a grand total of, I can tell you, I think, if I pull up my Canva, which is actually more up to date than my Goodreads, believe it or not. I have read 7 books this month. Now, this is my best month so far of the year in its entirety. And I still have a week to go, so I'm hoping to finish a few more things. I'm not going to finish this challenge. At this point, we're just going to, I don't know, vibe it out, but that, I'm not cool enough to say that stuff. We're just gonna go and see how we go. If I'm honest, all pressure is coming off. We're just gonna enjoy what we read. I am glad that I set myself this challenge though. Let's have a late night heart to heart about this challenge. I went into this challenge pretty much knowing I was never gonna succeed. I thought I would get further than I have, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I set myself the challenge. Actually, I don't think that's true. I genuinely think part of it, and a big part of it, is because I was lulled into a false sense of security in the fact that it is meant to be my quiet month with work, and it has been quiet in the sense that I haven't left my house. Like, I've not been on site, I haven't travelled anywhere. I've literally been going to the office and working from home, and that is the extent of it. However, this quiet period has been quite busy. We took on a new member of staff, which has been really good for us, and I think it'll be really beneficial the further into the onboarding process that we get. So I'm very official there. But also there's been a lot of last minute things at work that have kind of been playing on my mind, so I don't feel as though I'm as engaged as I could be. I think also part of this challenge I thought would be really, really easy because I own a plethora. I'm going with all the fancy words today. I own a plethora of indie books upstairs that I have bought, that I've been very kindly sent by authors, that I've been very kindly sent by my friends from my wish list. And I quickly came to the conclusion that in order to complete 31 and 31, I couldn't tackle any of the chunkier books because apparently I have lost my concentration and I am seriously easily distracted, and I'm a slow reader. Now, I hate the idea of being a slow reader, right? Not for any of the bad things that go with it. There are no bad things. Everyone reads at their own pace. Everyone enjoys things at their own pace. That is fine. But personally, for me, for the slow reader in me, I can read quickly when I am engaged. And because my brain has been so yip all over the place with, I don't even know what it's been thinking about, but it hasn't wanted to think about anything for a very long time, I haven't been able to dedicate the time I would need for the chunky books. And I had it in my head, I was like, yeah, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read like multiple books when I work from home because I'm going to cut down all the travel time. And I didn't. And I actually was quite busy in a lot of my work from home days, funnily enough, on the phone quite a lot, as you do. But I thought in the quieter period I might not be so preoccupied at the end of every work day, and apparently I was. So we did not factor that in, and that's okay. So my goal for next week is just to enjoy. Like I said, tomorrow is bank holiday, so I will go through, edit this vlog, and then see where we're at to, and then wrap this up before starting whatever I'm going to start. I think right now, as I'm filming this, I would like to just finish the things that I need to finish. So currently, as of this moment in time, I am partway through The Legend of Blackjack. I have 2 hours left of that. I have 100 pages of The Light of Kazban, as I've just said. There is no way I am finishing Anathemia, or whatever that book is called and pronounced, unless I solely read that, which I could do. So, you know, it's still open. And I need to finish The Princess of Uldir, which I think I'm 30% into. All of that is possible. I can't do all of that and Anathemia or Anathemia and none of the others, right? So we'll see what happens. I would love to. I'm gonna finish Blackjack. I'm gonna finish all the ones I've started. I'm going to. So that'll be 3 more books. And then from there, I don't know. I did pick up another book today just to see if I wanted to start that one. I've read a little bit of it. It is Court of Ravens and Ruins, A Bride of Mist and something. I can't remember what the series is called. A Brides of Mist and Fae novel, The Shadowbound Queen, book 1. This is following our main character, Rhaena, who is a human, where humans are enslaved to Fae. She's just been bound, this is not spoiler, it's all in the blurb, she's just been bound to a very horrible high Fae who was known to have killed his previous concubine, which is what she will now be called. And I am just waiting for this Dark Prince to come, Dark Fae Prince, to come and destroy whatever world she's currently in, and he will pick her because she's got copper hair, which no other human has. They all have brown hair, and because she is rune marked and she can make their magical staffs. So we've already had like a sprinkling of this is why the Shadow Core is bad, blah blah blah. I don't know if I'm feeling it, if I'm completely honest, but it is 300 pages, so I might read it, I don't know. At the same time, I kind of want to read the next Jane Lenore book, because I actually did quite enjoy the Gloam Hollow book. I thought that was quite good. And the next one is another cozy witch mystery book, obviously, because that's what the whole series is. I did actually really enjoy reading that, and just the less high stakey things. And yeah, but I don't know, I wasn't sure about the ending, if I'm honest. I'm adding it to my thing. I'll return Gloam, and I'm gonna get that, and I might try to read that now. Not all of it. I might check it out. See how we go. Who knows? How many pages is this? That's not pages. That is gibberish. Anyone else really hate the location in book thing? Why is there no page when it's a Kindle Unlimited book? That makes literally no sense. Hang on. No, that's the location. What the heck? What the heck? This makes no sense. Why have we... I'm having a bit of a meltdown over this. I just don't understand. 306 pages. I don't know why it doesn't put the page... Right, if anyone knows why that is doing that, that would be really, really helpful. So weird. So weird. Anyways, I'm getting so distracted. Yes. So, we'll see where we get to. I just keep picking things up. I think I just don't want to concentrate. And I think another problem is as well, because the Magical Readathon's coming up, so September is Magical Readathon. This happens to me every month, like, this is no different. This is nothing to do with the indie books I'm reading. This is just what happens every single time I actually know I'm actively participating in another thing in the next month. When we get to, like, almost a week out, or maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks out, which makes no sense because that's mid-month and we've only been in the month 2 weeks, I start looking ahead to my TBR for the following month, and I don't want to read anything else. I just want to read what's coming up. This feels like, in all honesty, my actual lowest books read in a year since I started tracking back in 2020. No, I think I started tracking in 2018. But not properly, and then obviously I joined the booktube space in 2020. So yeah, I don't know. And obviously, like I say this every now and again, back in those times I was reading so much more because I was on furlough, as many people were, and as many people also weren't. I was in a very privileged position, and I got up every day and I sat and read until I went to wake Jack up, and that was basically my day. And I read so many things, and I really kind of wish for that blank mind time back, like, not those specific circumstances, obviously, but and like, don't get me wrong, I was stressed every day that they were going to let me go from my job and let Jack go from his job, and they did eventually let Jack go from his job. So we became like a one person, like, breadwinner household. But most of the time I did sit there and I go, well, there's nothing I can do, so I'm just gonna have to get on with what I'm doing, and I would just read, and that's what I did. And 2020 was when I started actually building up my book collection again. Like, I used to have, well, when I was a kid I had loads of books, and then I went off to, this is getting very reminiscent anyways, I hope you enjoy it. I got rid of a load of books and had it down to one bookshelf in my tiny flat before I even met Jack, and then in my bedroom in my third and, well, technically my fourth year of uni, and I had this one bookshelf full of stuff. And in 2020 I bought more shelves, and that's when I actually started like collecting my special editions and finding this community and stuff. So although there was a lot going on, I do feel like this community was very much there for me during that very chaotic time, as I'm sure it was for a lot of people. But I just kind of want to go back to those days a little bit, in the sense where everything was a little bit less jumbled in my brain, and I don't know, this community was just showing pretty books that we had and finding new indie authors. Yeah. Anyways, that's enough reminiscing for me. No one needed to hear that. Maybe that will make it to the internet. Probably will. But anyways, that's me done. I'm gonna go to bed because it's 10:30, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life a little bit. Figuratively, literally, all of those things. But yeah, I need to go to bed, and then I might try and go to the gym tomorrow, because I haven't really moved for the past 2 days, which is not good. Anyways, right, okay, I need to stop babbling. I need to go, and I'm going to go. So I will talk to you tomorrow for the wrap-up of where we get to. Chances are nothing is probably going to change. I'm not going to lie. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to sit and read or if I'm just going to go to bed. And then tomorrow is a brand new day, and next week is a brand new week, and it's the final week of this challenge. So we'll see where we get to, and if we even just read one more book, that's great. I do hope that, although this is a bit of an odd one, that even just shouting about spending a whole month reading indie books, even if they're not particularly something that you're interested in or that you've heard of a million times or you've never heard of at all, that this encourages you to find new indie books, because that is my main aim, if I'm completely honest, is just to support the indie community, because I've met some incredible people and I've seen some amazing people rise from, you know, indie to trad, or I've seen trad authors dip their toe into the indie sphere and try publishing their own stuff, and really enjoyed it. Like, I'm just enjoying it. Right, that's enough of me talking to myself. I will be back tomorrow with the wrap up. Right, it is Monday, and as predicted last night, nothing has changed. I went to bed thinking I might read and just didn't. I think I felt a little bit defeated last night, but it is a new day, it is a bank holiday, so I am literally just monging essentially today. But I need to finish this vlog so I can get it sorted for you guys for tomorrow, and then I can start my next vlog where I can talk about my plans for the final week, because I have made some plans. Now, I'm going to burst the bubble straight away. I'm not going to finish this challenge, but I hope you still come next week to see where we end up at the end of the month. If you are at a loss as well, this video goes up tomorrow at 7 o'clock. If you're watching this literally as it goes live, we are finally doing the live stream for the 2 War Eternal books that we meant to do last week, but unfortunately Lisa had some work commitments that she had to do, because obviously work comes first, and so we have rescheduled it to this Tuesday. So yeah, if you're free today as you're watching this, feel free to come along. It is spoiler filled, but anyways, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to talk about those 2 books. And I'm really proud of myself for having finished them far in advance, because every month this year I have been scrabbling at the end of every deadline to try and get stuff sorted, and it's not good and it's not fair, so I'm trying to get better at that. But that's everything for this week's vlog. I managed to read 3 books this week. I read Sins of the Mother by Rob J. Hayes, which we'll be talking about an hour after this goes live. That was 4 stars. I really enjoyed that. I also read Gloam Hollow, Toil and Truffle, the first book in the Cozy Witch Mystery series. I gave that 3 stars. And I actually managed to finish Blood Brothers Beyond. I was not sure actually which way around that title goes, but I think it's that way around. also 3 stars, which was a novella. So I finished 3 books this week, which is better than nothing. I will say that I'm quite proud of myself because every week I have been finishing more books than I have been doing in the past. I've read a total of 8 books so far, which is obviously nowhere near 31, and that's okay. Like, maybe I can reattempt this challenge next year. Who knows? Maybe this is just a sign that this is the sort of challenge I shouldn't do. But I've had fun trying it, and I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I know for a fact next week I should have a few things to open for you guys, which I'm very excited about, including a new release that was indie published and has now released traditionally. So that's pretty cool and pretty fitting as well for Indie August. So I'm going to stop babbling and leave this here. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, really supports me on my channel. Leave me a comment down below of a novella that you have loved. I'd love to know a novella. It doesn't have to be indie, could be anything, but I would love to know. And if you just want to leave me an emoji, leave me any sword emojis for Brother's Blood or pumpkins for Gloam Hollow. 1 or 2, or mix them both, I don't mind. And if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing down below and ringing that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload a new video. But that is all for now. Next week will be my final vlog in this challenge, and I'm hoping to do a TBR for you as well, because it is Magical Readathon month next month and I'm very excited. So I'm gonna leave this here. Have a lovely day, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.